And we're live, we're live, we're live, we're live. Welcome back to another fan preview. This time it's the Champions League match. Manchester United versus RB Leipzig. And today I've got two, I wouldn't call them guests, but they're basically on the show, they're basically family on the show. We've got your boy Bits and Bobz. Bobz, how you doing, bro?
Yeah. So what? It's your boy, Bits and Bobs. I'm cool, bro. Thanks for having me on again, man. Let's get it, man. Get it.
Anytime, anytime. And obviously we got Mr. Analytics, Mr. Tactics. You got Abdel. How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Thanks for having me. How are you?
I'm I'm good. I'm looking forward to the game. I mean,
Me
this
too.
is
It's gonna be
do
an
you know what the
interesting
funny
one.
thing about this game is that um a lot of Man United fans actually want Nagelsmann to be their manager.
Yep.
A lot of Man United fans actually want Upamecano to be their number one centre half for next year's summer.
Yeah.
So what this match is gonna be, it's gonna be a lot
Mm-hmm.
of spotlight, especially on Twitter,
Mm-hmm.
on those two especially. So I'm
Mm.
really looking forward to the a lot of the individual battles that's gonna happen between the two of them. So
Yeah.
we'll just start off with you, Bob. How are you feeling for the game? Are you confident, or do you feel like it's gonna be a bit of a tricky game for us?
Man, all he needs to win. Full stop, bro. Hook by crook, bro. He needs to win. I'm confident because we've got better players than them. Um, he's gonna have to start the big boys, man. I mean, he needs to win. We need to score. We still haven't won at home, so yeah, I'm confident. Um, I'm confident in the players. I'm not confident in Ollie. So, I mean, let's just hope he wins, gets the job done, and then you know we can move, bro. But the thing about RB Leipzig is that, bro, they play good football. Um, they're probably going to press us. Nagelsmann's not a joke. He's not a myth. But I think we've got better players, and I think the experience of some of our better players will surpass them. So I think, yeah, man. So yeah, I'm confident, Benjamin.
Abdel, do you feel like you're on the
Can you
same
hear me? Okay? Yeah.
wavelength?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a bit fuzzy though. But
Yeah, yeah, we
Abdel, do
heard
you
you
feel like
fine.
it's the same? Or how you feel towards this game?
I think it's gonna be very tricky. I'm actually more worried about this game than I was about PSG because RB Leipzig are very, very unpredictable. They're very adaptable. They use multiple formations all the time. They have very, very versatile players. So like when Nagelsmann started with them, all the players that he got them for a specific reason, and the reason was they can play multiple positions, each single one of them. So you have a right back that can play in midfield, that can play as a wing back, that can play as a CDM. You have a center back that can play in midfield, that can play as a right back. They're all very versatile, and that's what makes them all very unpredictable. Because Upamecano can play in midfield and can play as a center back, and you don't know which position is he going to put him in which formation. So that's the thing that's drawing all the lights on Nagelsmann at the moment. You
Mm.
know, because he's very unpredictable, he's very adaptive, and he uses several formations all the time. So this is why I'm saying it's trickier than PSG. PSG, we know the format, we know the idea that they're gonna play with, and who are they relying on. With RB Leipzig, it's a lot more trickier.
Yeah, it makes sense. I feel like obviously if anyone has been watching German football for the past few years, one of the two of the teams that like for me that always do well that are not the top. Obviously, you got Dortmund, you got RB Leipzig, and you've got
Yeah,
teams like Much and Gladbach, and them teams there with a lot of tactical coaches. In terms of Nagelsmann, I just want to come to you, Abdel, because obviously you said you studied a bit more about RB Leipzig. Just tell us a bit about what formations they tend to use and who are like the danger men.
so like I said, they don't have a one set formation. Like for example, if I were to tell you what formation does Pep like to play, you'll automatically know 4-3-3.
Yeah.
Klopp, same thing. But if you were to ask me what formation does Nagelsmann like to play, it's really hard. It's like depends on the situation. But I would say just from a statistical point of view, he uses the back three more often than he uses other formations. This is the one that he goes with most of the times. Well, I
Mm,
mean, let's 55% of the times.
yeah.
Um, the danger men after Werner left them, I would say Upamecano, because Upamecano has license to go to midfield all the time, and he's got the ability and the passes. And Nkunku. Nkunku is becoming one of their most dangerous players right now. And not only is he a risk taker, he's a risk taker with accuracy.
Mm.
Like how we talk about Bruno Fernandes and we say, oh, he's a risk taker, so his passing accuracy is low. That's not a problem. Nkunku is not like that. Nkunku is even better. Nkunku is even better than that because
Yeah.
he would take the same risks that Bruno Fernandes takes, but even with a higher
Mhm.
accuracy. So if we can
Funny enough,
shut,
just to touch on is it on Kunku? Yeah, that's how I pronounce it. Funny
yeah,
enough, he actually was at PSG, but he didn't really make the grade.
yeah,
And so what position does he play for the people that don't know?
he plays. If they use the back three system, so the 3-5-2, he
Yeah.
will play on the right wing back. If they play the 3-4-3, he will be the right wing.
Mm,
He can sometimes use him in midfield if he plays the 4-2-3-1 in the 10 as well. But that's the least position he's used him in, but mainly on the right side. Yeah.
okay, fair enough. Fair enough. So those are the two. So obviously the big question is without Werner,
Yeah.
what's been their biggest tactical change? So I know that Maga's not always has a plan for everything. Without Werner, do you feel like they're performing better, or do you feel like their performance has gone worse?
Uh, I think that their finishing accuracy decreased because Werner was that killer for them, killer in the box.
Mm,
And also he helped them a lot with counterattacks
yeah.
because, like I said, you wouldn't like they are a position based team. They try to be that way, but they also can go long. They can also counterattack. They can also use multiple different forms of attack.
Mm,
And Werner was their head spear of counterattack when they were under pressure. Once Werner left, that ability decreased a little bit. So they rely more on their wing backs when they're in the back three system. So Angelino and Nkunku at the moment, they will be the danger men.
mm,
And I think Yusuf they have him up top right now, and another guy from Norway actually, and they use them for layoffs. So you go long if you're under pressure, you're getting pressed to lay off to the midfielders, and they try to connect that way and play through the midfield or the back line.
mm. Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, obviously, we'll have to see because, like you said, it's one of the teams that you don't know what they're gonna do. You don't know how they're gonna come out because obviously PSG, you know they're gonna come out 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1. Mbappe and Neymar, they're gonna try and find them literally every single time. But this team is different. Whereas on the other hand, we do have quite
Mhm.
strengths, Bobs. So what do you think? Who do you think should be the danger man tomorrow? And obviously, I'll ask you for your preferred lineup after.
As the me or
No, Bobs. I think
Who-
oh,
he's
okay.
frozen.
So who should be the danger man for us, Benji?
Yeah, who's our danger man tomorrow?
I think he's
Because
starting. Starting Tony, man. Tony's gonna start.
mm.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, let me kick you out and
Can you
I'll
hear
come
me?
back in there. One second.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
so
come back
Abdel,
in.
we'll just come to you. What who do you think is gonna be our danger man tomorrow? You're on mute.
Yeah, can
Yeah,
you hear me now?
yeah.
Yeah, for us, I would say the Bruno and the two frontmen because how well they do up top,
Do you
well
think
they
Bruno
can.
will start?
I can't tell to be honest. Like I don't know when Ollie is gonna start Van de Beek. I'm not sure if it's this game or the one after, so the Arsenal. But I'm going with the assumption that Bruno is gonna start.
Okay.
So if he does, then the link-up play between him, Martial, and I'm not sure if it's either gonna be Greenwood or Cavani. But if either one of them, that link-up has to be on top. to, because as good as Leipzig are, they're very vulnerable at the back to
Yeah.
counterattacks. They're vulnerable to being pressed high because one of Nagelsmann's principles is playing out from the back, like most
Mm-hmm.
managers. But he also puts pressure on his center backs to play through tight angles. So he tries to minimize the sideway passing from the back four or back three as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're Upamecano, for example, Nagelsmann always wants you to play a vertical pass. Don't play to the right back to the side, and that puts them into bad situations sometimes. So most of their, not most, but a lot of the goals they concede are from individual mistakes because they try to play a dangerous pass. And this is where I think we can get at them. We can get at their three center backs when they're trying to break the lines, eh, and when they push high up.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm saying the danger men would be the front two and how quick they can initiate a counter attack on them, or if they force them to make a mistake in in in, in passes and nick it off them and break on them.
Fair enough, fair enough. That's good. I also feel like for me, I think Van der Beek will play tomorrow. And I feel like Tellers will obviously be
100%.
I think Tellers will be one of our
Bad
main
boy.
threats as well. Only because I feel like with RB Leipzig, the way they use their fullbacks and their wing backs, we have to have an option going the other way to push them back and negate them. Like you said, if their wing backs are their best players and they're going to be their creative hubs, we have to find a way to push them this way. And that's what Alex Tellers will do for us. Obviously, if Bruno starts, he will be a key. And one of the underrated one, I think, obviously, Paul Pogba as well. Paul Pogba has to start for me as well tomorrow. And I feel like he is going to be a danger man if he does start. But obviously, there is a problem that I feel like people at Sabitzer and all the other people in the field will try and snap at his heels and press him and make sure he makes a lot of mistakes. But I'll just come to you before we do the lineup. Who do you think is going to be our danger man for tomorrow?
I think, like you said it, man, Ali Tellez, bro. We have to talk about how he performed, bro. Technical ability, natural left-footed, gave us balance. I think he'll be one of our threats. I mean, with Bruno, obviously. I'm with you, Benji. I hope Pogba starts because if you have Pogba higher up the park, he creates things. Martial, he's due us a performance. And he has to score. I think. I also think it'll be interesting if Van der Beek plays, because what's the point in having him if we're not going to use him? Doesn't make sense. But Ali Tellez, Pogba, Bruno, Martial. But I think Martial will be the main one because he's going to lead our attack.
Fair enough. I think Martial, I wouldn't say he's under pressure, but I feel like he needs to get a goal. He really needs to score a goal because obviously
he needs it, Benji.
Yeah, what are we in November now? October? By the time we come back, we'll be in November.
Bro.
If he doesn't
do you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's peak. That's actually peak.
Listen, Benji, man, you can't be the number 9, yeah? You can't be the number 9 and not score, bro. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you have to score. Obviously, you fucked up by getting sent off. He's an idiot by that, because at the end of the day, it's called dark arts. You should be able to control your mentality, your mental state, but he never. So he fucked us over. So now he needs to come in and perform, bro. He's going to chop bench, man. You see, Tarzan's going to start swinging and jumping and start scoring headers, bro. So if he doesn't know what's good for him, man, Martial, he's not under pressure. He needs to score. He needs to perform.
Fair, yeah, he is under a lot of pressure. So, Abdel, starting lineup, what do you think? Who do you think is going to start? And who do you think, for you, who do you think should miss out in terms of the back line?
Back lineup, I think.
No, wait, Abdel, not you, Bobz. Wait, hold on.
Oh, sorry, man. Apologies, Abdel.
Yeah, that's all right.
The The back line, I think, who's gonna miss out would be Lindelof. He played 3 games in a row now, like full 90 minutes. So I think he should miss out on this one. And we
Yeah.
bring in Maguire and we bring in Axel with Shaw to the side. This also would give us height, which we need because they're good. They have also quite some tall players for set pieces. And yeah, Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Alex Telles, because like I said, if Cavani, I'm sure Cavani will play some part in this game, whether off the bench or starting the first half. So we need Alex Telles to be whipping those crosses on Cavani's head. He's a deadly finisher with his head.
So for you, at the back will be Wan-Bissaka.
Alex,
Can we really rest Wan-Bissaka? Is there any other options you think we can play right wing back?
the thing is, I want Wan-Bissaka to play because I want him to shut down Angelino because they're using him a lot at the current moment
Mm.
as a danger man. Because what they do is they try to suck in a team on one side and free Angelino completely on the other flank
Yeah.
and switch the ball very very quick to get him into that huge free space to score or assist or do a cutback.
Mm.
So if you have Aaron Wan-Bissaka covering him, I don't think Angelino will have joy in this game. He's not
Right.
like Angelino is not that good as a player, but because they're using that system, they're giving him a lot of free space to play with.
Fair enough. Fair enough. What about you, Bobs? Who do you think should be the back line? What black back line are you going with? Abdel's going with a three at the back. What are you thinking?
I think, yeah, I agree with Abdel. I think Ollie's going to revert back to that. I think it's going to be Axel, Harry, and Shaw, and then Teles and Wan-Bissaka. I mean, what I don't understand is that if we were going to play this formation, why did he not keep Diogo Dalot, to rotate Aaron Wan-Bissaka? Because I think Dalot is more an attacking wing back than a full back. So I think it will be Axel, Harry, Shaw, Teles, Wan-Bissaka. Yeah, I mean, I can't see who else he will change. Like Abdel said, Lindelof's played 3 games in a row now, so we'll probably take him out, and Axel will probably help Harry with the pace, and Shaw actually plays better playing left-sided centre back,
Mm. That's fair enough.
I just a bit. I mean, I'll ask you two guys. Why do you think if we're going to play this formation, why did he allow Dalot to go? Because Wan-Bissaka can't play that all season. We need rotation. Do you know what I mean? What do you guys think?
I think Williams will come in at one point. I think Dallo was so
Forgot about that
fallible at yeah was so fallible at the back that he wasn't willing to take the risk with him. I don't know how he was like in training as well because these decisions are also based on what he's doing, behind the scenes. So I really can't tell you. Like I like Dallo. I think he's a player who has so much quality to develop. Which is why I think it's a good thing we loaned him. We didn't sell him. Um, and also loaned him to Italy, who they like to defend. So he'll develop his defensive qualities there more. Um, but but yeah, I think Williams has to come in at some point, or else Aaron Wan-Bissaka is just gonna be knackered like the end of last season towards the Sevilla game. Aaron Wan-Bissaka was the shadow of himself, so it was a
Yeah,
shame.
I agree with Abdel. So I think Diogo Dalot going on loan. For me, it's a real shame because I always wanted him to do well. I feel like he's had more. He has a lot of capabilities, and even there could be games where Wan-Bissaka even plays as a third centre back. And obviously Diogo Dalot kind of plays on the wing back. And him and Tellers on the wing backs would be something. I think we would actually do a madness with the two of them. But at the same time, obviously you have to trust in Ollie. You have to trust the process of the manager and what he's going with. But just a quick question: do you guys think Dean Henderson should go and goal, or do you feel like it should be David De Gea? We'll start with you, Bobs. You're on mute. Abdel, we'll come to you. We'll come to you. Who do you think? should
Yeah,
go and
can you
go?
hear me now?
Yeah. What do you think?
Okay. I think he should play because talk about getting experience and stuff. You know, if this was the Europa League, he'd play because that's what he done with Romero. You know, so why not? Give him a chance. How else is he going to prove himself? De Gea though is performing. However, you know, we need to see what Dean's all about. You know, so I'd say give him a cheeky start. Let him see. You know, put him out there. You know, let's see if he can perform.
Abdel, what about you, bro? What do you think?
I think the best chance for Dean uh, to start would be in the group stages of the Champions League. Just give him a taste of it, you know, like see how he's gonna perform in a group stage CL. Because if we come out of this group and once we get to the knockout, I know for sure he's not gonna get that chance. And if he's not getting it in the PL, just waiting on cup games. So might as well just have him start one or two group stage CL games. Just see how he handles it.
Saji Mac said, "I have a big statement on behalf of Manchester United. Would you allow?" Yeah, sure. Post, bro. Post. The United way said the game is doing really well, so you can't really swap him yet. Well, I agree with Abdul. I think we have to it's like what Barcelona did with Romero and I think Claudio Bravo around like 2015, where one of them played in the Champions League, one of them played in that other thing, because you need to keep Henderson playing
Active.
give him the taste of the big matches, because what's the point of? Because this is another thing that baffles me about Ollie. It's not Ollie battering show. There's nothing that baffles me about Ollie is that if you bring him back, he has to find a way to play. Like, you can't just have a goalkeeper of his quality and his caliber on the bench. I don't think Ferguson ever had two very, very good goalkeepers at his disposal, not once in his whole career.
Facts, bro.
He always had Schmeichel, then some joke man, then Van der Sar, then like a Ben Foster or something like that. He never really had two people that are deserved to start. And obviously, what could even happen is Dean Henderson could even be going backwards if you're not playing him. So I think just in terms of that, he should get some minutes, especially in the Champions League.
100%, bro.
This is why
you're
Manchester United to play in the Champions League, bro. Go on, Bobz.
No, Benji, I agree with you, man, because I don't understand, like what you said with Fergie. We always had the dominant goalkeeper and then we had backup. You know, we didn't even say it was a number two, it was backup. Do you know what I'm trying to say to you? It wasn't even classed as a good number two. You had backup to Schmeichel, backup to Van der Sar. Bloody hell, we had Barthez as well. But like, what's the point giving him the 6-year contract, 100 plus, 100K a week, whatever, for him to come chop the bench and drink all the Lucozades and Gatorades? Like, what's the point? He's got to play in the big games, you know? Like, do you know what I mean? There's no point, because what's he just sitting there, hands in his pocket, looking at the pitch? I mean, like, at the end of the day, let's keep him in, see what he can do. And it also keeps De Gea mentally hungry. Like, okay, cool, let's see what you can do. If Henderson performs, then it's back to De Gea, you know, like, because if this was the Europa League, he wouldn't hesitate of putting Romero in. So let the boy play, because mentally we need to ask ourselves, if he's not playing in the group stages games, is he going to keep playing Carling Cup? What happens if we get knocked out Carling Cup? Is he going to be the bottle boy asking us water and Lucozades, man? Like, he needs to play 100%. So he's got to start. I hope for him he does start.
Yeah. Fair enough. Well, we'll just come to this comment from Saji Mac. He said, "Football is 90 minutes, midfield constant battle. See them in every game make small mistakes. What? No matter the result, I guess. I want to warn certain fan base who are looking for a 2 second if was making a mistake, back off." Could you change that to kind of I don't understand it. Make it into English if you can. I can't understand it, but just correct the last line if you can. So we'll come to the midfield. So if we're gonna play 3 at the back, it's gonna be a midfield. So who do you think should be our 2/3 in midfield? We'll start with you, Abdel. Because obviously I'll probably go with the thing is, it's tough because Manchester deserves the game, but I don't want Manchester a high energy side like Leipzig. Not Leipzig. My God,
Yeah, I don't think it would be a good game for Matic. I think they'll exploit him and his slowness as well. What I want to see would be um as because I know Scott will play because he came up in the press conference with Ollie. So it would be Scott, Pogba, and Van de Beek. But I know that's not Ollie. What Ollie's gonna go with? Probably most likely. I don't know. He's sometimes unpredictable. So I would say Scott. I would say he's gonna start Scott, Fred, and Bruno again.
okay. Um,
What I want is Scott, Van de Beek, Pogba. But what I think he'll go with is the Fred, Scott, Bruno trio.
yeah, I hope he does put Pogba. Um, um, even if you
Mm-hmm.
have Fred and McTominay, then you have Pogba in front. And
Yeah,
obviously, I
that's
prefer that.
also another option. Yes, you give
Yeah, I
Bruno a
just
rest.
don't want them to have Fred and McTominay in the midfield, and because we might need them against Arsenal with the legs. And I really feel like one of the things that I feel like with Manchester United is that I don't. The thing is with Ollie is it's not that I don't like him, but I just feel like he's too safe. And like, as a Manchester United manager, as a Manchester United fan,
Benji, say it, man. You don't like the guy. Say it, bro.
no, I won't say I don't. I don't say I don't like him, but I just feel like he's too safe. And this is the match where he should try and go for the game, because if you look at it, we need to have obviously we need to have energy, which is tough, but we also need to have a good footballing side as well out there. Because if Matic plays like Abdel said, Matic will swamp him. But if you have
I think that Benji, that's the problem we have in the Manchester United squad, though. The problem is that when Oli came, even when Jose Mourinho came, that Manchester United squad is so unbalanced. Like you got midfielders who are very different than each others, and you don't have a right winger, and you have a right back who was originally a right winger and got converted to a right back. You have like so many
yeah
dysfunctional places in the team. And we're still seeing it up until now. Like right now, I wouldn't tell you that we have the perfect midfield in terms of cohesiveness. What Fred and Scott offer is a little bit different than each other. The only thing that's unique about them is that they work horses. What
Mm-hmm.
Matic offers is different than what Scott and Fred offers, is different than what Pogba offers you, is different than what Bruno Fernandes offers you. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
trying to get that three is like it's actually very hard because like for example when he puts in Fred and Scott he'll get the work rate and the breakup delay and all that stuff, but he will lose a lot of creativity, and then he relies on Bruno Fernandes to
Mm-hmm.
do all the creativity, which is not ideal if you want to go for the game, because you need creativity from at least two of your midfielders, at
yeah
least two,
Mm-hmm.
you know and this is the issue what you have. Okay, why don't he put Pogba? If he puts Pogba, the work rate decreases a lot. I don't ever doubt that Pogba puts in the work, but it's just not the same way as Fred and Scott.
Fred and Scott, yeah.
You know, uh, so Pogba gives you creativity, but you lose work rate. You know what I mean? And then it's a mess kind of thing a
Mm-hmm.
little bit with the United squad.
Yeah, fair enough. And we'll just come to this comment before we come to you, Bobs. And obviously, the people that are watching, smash a like, subscribe, share it with your friend. Let's try and get 10 people watching in this chat. It would be amazing. It said Ollie is fed up with constant bullying of McTominay and Fred. I don't think he is. Who are given results. Fan base want favourite players to play, but it doesn't seem Manchester at the moment. Constant online bullying has to stop. Just to obviously reply to that, it's tough because football is a game of opinions, and everybody has
Exactly.
their opinion on everything. So, for example, my opinion might not be Abdel's opinion, and it might not be Bob's opinion, but we're all on the same show together. So it's very difficult. And obviously, when it comes to midfielders, as a Manchester United fan growing up, I've never really had. I don't think we ever really played with a safety, so to speak, DM midfielder that's a safe player. That all he's in the midfield to do is run. Because even if you look at the people like the people that people get onto like Darren Fletcher, he used to score quite a bit of goals. vital goals as well. Even if you look at Roy Keane, he used to score a lot of goals. Nicky Butt was probably the one that scored the least amount of goals in that midfield. Um, I don't know if there's anyone midfield or Bobz, any other midfield, but if you look at Scholes, goals galore. Michael Carrick was just he just bossed games from start to finish. Um,
Yeah.
even if you look at like people like Cleberson and Veron, like there wasn't the
Listen,
greatest, but
Nicky
they still
Butt
had a
was
bit
good
of
on the
flair.
ball. Nicky Butt was good on
Yeah,
the ball.
they still had a bit of flair. They're able to
Yeah,
pass
yeah, yeah, yeah.
forward.
And look,
Go on.
listen, Scott McSauce, yeah. Scott McSauce is basically an advanced
Stop calling me
academy
that.
graduate. Okay, there's so many people that he's just what they do. They're athletic, they're fit, and they can run. That's it. Let's not listen. I might call him McSauce, yeah, but for me, I support him because obviously from the Scotland and stuff. But for me, bro, he's just an athletic robot. He can run. Big wow, good for you, mate. You do nothing. You're anti-football. There's so many academy players that like him. No flair, just a robot. So what I'd like to see in the double pivot in the two, bro, I'd like to see Bruno and Fred. That might be a wild statement, yeah. But check this out, yeah. Why can't we have Bruno and Fred and then play Pogba in front of them? Bruno plays in the 8 for Portugal and he copes just fine. Okay. Why not try it? You know, you were talking about creativity. Let Fred do the dog work, the ankle biting, whatever, do the Rottweiler, whatever. Let Bruno be the creative thing. Bruno can get back and let Pogba stay high up because that means he'll be left high up to create. And if he does lose the ball, I'd rather him lose the ball further up in the field than actually in front of our back three, back five,
It's very interesting you say that. Actually, I'll just come to you, Abdel, before we move to the strikers. I'm sure you watch Monday Night Football. Obviously, you look like a football head with Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher doing the usual back and forth banter. Do you feel like what Bob's saying,
Waffling.
have Fred? I think this may be the game to have Fred sitting or someone sitting and have the two of them in front. What do you think?
Um, it's a very hard balance because the thing is with Fred though, I know like Fred is just like McTominay, a workhorse, but he has a little bit of technical ability more than Scott McTominay.
Yeah,
But the problem with Fred is he can get bypassed easy. And we have another person who has this problem as well, which is Maguire. Maguire has the issue of committing early into
mm,
challenges, especially if we're being countered attack on, you know? And once Maguire does that and Fred does it too, acres of space for the people that, are countering. Like I remember it happened with Zaha. I don't think I'm with Maguire at least, but happened with Zaha where Maguire committed early on the halfway line. And
yeah, I remember that. I
yeah,
remember that.
Zaha just passed him, and it was like it was empty space for Zaha, and
Mm,
it was a free chance. And Fred does that too. Now, yes, Fred has the tenacity and the energy, and he will get back and hassle you a little bit, but he doesn't have the physicality. So if he's playing European football, so these teams that are in the Champions League, they're not as physicals like the Premier League teams.
yeah,
So you can get away with it. But if you're playing in the Premier League, in the the midfields in the Premier League are very physical. They will brush Fred off, you know, when they pass him and he gets back and try to hassle them again. That's where Scott McTominay has the edge on Fred, where he's very physical. Like Neymar had a hard time with Scott McTominay because he just wouldn't get off him, you know.
mm,
Like he just couldn't play. Neymar couldn't play his game because McTominay was too physical for him, you know. And like this is why I'm saying it's a very hard and annoying balance to get in the midfield with the players that we have because each one of them is good at something, but he takes away from you a lot of things else, a lot
yeah.
of other things. So that's the conundrum that we're facing at the moment.
The only person that's like a mainstay is Bruno.
Yeah. But Bob said that we can play if he wants to play Bruno deeper. I think this would work if you put Fred and Bruno deeper because Bruno does his defensive contributions very well, but it was just limit him a little bit more. He has to be that person that does very long passes, the Pogba-esque passes,
Yeah,
uh, and Pogba wouldn't have to return himself, So instead of relying on Pogba to run back and do defensive contributions when we're being countered on, Bruno can do that. I would try it. I honestly would try it. Why not?
yeah. So obviously we've basically all said that. Look, Fred, if it's not Fred, but Van der Beek and Pogba, it's something that we're looking to have tomorrow. So in terms of the strike, because this is where it gets interesting now. We have quite a few options up front. Obviously, we have Uncle Galo, big up Uncle Galo, but he's not gonna play. We have Edison Cavani. He played I think like 30 minutes on Saturday. We have Marcus Rashford, who I believe needs a rest to play against Arsenal because he's played a lot of literally every game. We have a Martial, and obviously we have the Wonder Boy, Mason Greenwood. I'm just gonna read out some comments. Um, Sanji Mac, thank you, bro, for being a constant on this show. Football is a learning curve and synchronizing, I guess. Fred and McTominay are synchronizing together. They are United's future. They both have a place to start 11 for the next 4 years. Fred and McTominay confirmed at 11. I hope not. But yeah, so striker, bits and bobs. Who should be our two strikers? If you're not gonna come, because you're on mute. Abdel, we'll come to you. Bits and bobs will come after. Abdel, who should be our two strikers should be?
Uh, I would start with Martial and Greenwood, with Cavani to come on in the second half. I want Rashford to rest. He's been
Mm-hmm.
now be pushed a little bit hard because Martial is missing a lot of Premier League games because of his ban, and Cavani was still, getting fitter and trying to prepare because he came in late. So since Martial can play the Champions League, of course he will play. I want Greenwood to play because he also got, the little bit slap on the head for whatever he was doing in the back scenes. So now it's his time.
Okay, fair enough. So Martial and Greenwood just makes a lot of sense. Bobs, what about you? I feel like you're gonna go with the same two up front. What's your thoughts?
I think he should play Martial and Tarzan, to be honest. I think Tarzan being Cavani. I think he should play Martial and Tarzan because Tarzan's in the box. Let him stay in the box. Yeah? Let him be swinging defenders. You know what I mean? Like they're his little Janes or something. But no, seriously, let him stay in the middle. Martial likes to get involved in the play. Okay, wants to link up. Martial wants to get involved. He likes to want to feet. Yeah. So let him do it, and Tarzan stay central, so we still have an outlet. And the thing about Tarzan and Uncle Gallo is that Tarzan's more mobile. Do you know what I mean? His movement off the ball is sharp now. So let's see it. There's no point in having Tarzan and not playing it. So let's see it. Do you know what I mean? We gave him number 7. We got on the deadline day, whatever crap you want to call that is. Let's play it. You only get fit. I've played football. Only get fit by playing match games. Let's do it. Give Rashford a rest. Let Ollie be smart here. If he does it, both of them score. He's a tactician. Rashford's fit for Banter FC at the weekend. So.
All right. So obviously, you guys start thinking about your predictions, and we'll wrap up the show. Anyone in the comments, what strikers do you think we should play on tomorrow? My strikers will probably be Martial and for me Edison Cavani. I think Cavani should start and bring on Greenwood there. Only because I feel like Martial, what he will do is come deep, link up with, if it's my line, like link up with Pogba and Van der Beek. And obviously Cavani is the one that will stay up front, and obviously if you have the two of them up front with Tellez whipping their balls and Wan-Bissaka, I feel like with Wan-Bissaka, if he has someone that can actually stay in the box, I feel like he'll actually get more assists. But a lot of the time when Manchester United do play is that Wan-Bissaka will get into good positions, but when he looks up, no one's literally in the box. I think on Sunday or whenever we played against Chelsea, Wan-Bissaka had the ball, about to put the ball in the box, but Rashford, as usual, superhero Rashford was on the edge of the box, and Daniel James was in the box, but you're not really going to cross to Daniel James when you got Kurt Zuma and all these big 6'5" giants at the back. So I feel like Cavani and Martial could work. If not, if Cavani doesn't start, Greenwood has to play. Rashford should just not even be in the squad for tomorrow. I just feel like he needs to just have a rest because we need him against Arsenal, especially on Sunday. So Mr. Mac has given us a lineup: De Gea, Lindelof, Maguire, Shaw, Fred, McTominay, Bruno. Brother, this formation is a bit. It's a bit about. It's not FIFA, you know, but I guess it's like a free, a free formation with Lindelof, Maguire, Shaw, Fred, McTominay, Bruno, Marshall, Van der Beek, Cavani up front. Interesting. Unless you're missing out a player.
Yeah, he's missing a player.
Yeah, then we need a right back, brother. But give us a right back and we'll put it up front. The United way has said Rashford and Martial to start up front. Obviously, United way is West, and he loves Martial, and obviously he loves Rashford because he feeds the kids. But anyways, predictions, boys. What's your prediction for the games tomorrow? I'm just gonna say I'm going for a 3-1 Man United win. I really want us to win. We have to put down a marker as Manchester United Football Club. We need to send shockwaves for the Champions League. And we need to make Arsenal think twice about playing us on Sunday. So we need to put out a big marker. So what about you, Abdel? What are you thinking?
Honestly, I want us to win, especially that we need a win at Old Trafford because it's getting a little bit annoying now.
Yeah.
Like I get the whole preseason thing and how this whole season started, but now we need a win at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
But with this one, it's tough. Like last time I went for a draw and we won, so I'm gonna do the same. I'll say 1-1, but hopefully we'll win it.
I know. Bits and bobs. Round up. What's your score prediction?
I think we're going to win 3-1. I think Tarzan scores 2. I think we're 3-1. 3-1. Tarzan scores 2, and I think we're going to see more score. 100%. I think a Boomerang and friends will be scared because we're going to bring the heat. Yeah. Listen, Tarzan's going to score double, and then come at the weekend, a Boomerang and friends. We won't even have to worry about them. We'll take care of them. Easy money, as they say in Scotland.
All right, so there we have it. That's the prediction. Obviously, we don't know who's going to start out.
Boomerang, yeah, man. Fucking Uber, bro. It's went from Uber to an Uber, bro.
United way said 2-0 by United. Let's hope so. The boys, thank you for coming on.
Come on.
We'll share this out.
For sure,
Whoever's watching it, drop a like, share, subscribe. Check out the boys' socials there. The boys, just plug yourselves and then we'll be off. Abdel, you can go first.
Sorry?
You can plug your socials, bro.
Oh, yeah, it's at Abdel Beheri Twitter. That's the only social you guys can follow me on.
Bits and Bobz, do your thing.
Yeah. At Bits and Bobz _ on Twitter. At Bits and Bobz _ check me out. Scotland's YouTuber. Hopefully do my thing. And Benji, man, thank you so much for having me on again. I enjoy this so much.
Anytime, man.
Yeah,
we'll
for
talk,
real.
guys.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you guys for coming, man.
Abdel, man, nice working with you as well.
And, yeah, you too, Bits and Bobz.